Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Hemali here, and thank you so much for joining me today. So if you've been following along with my life, you would know that this weekend was supposed to be the weekend that I got married. But unfortunately, COVID-19 had different plans for us and we had to postpone our wedding to another day. And if you guys want to know more about what's happening with our wedding and our plans for that, check out our video called Wedding Update, Is Our Wedding Canceled? I'll leave the link in the description below. But in this video, I'm going to be doing a little get ready with me. Obviously, our wedding didn't go through because I wouldn't be sitting here if it did, but I feel like I am super blessed to have the most amazing friends and family, and they decided to throw a e-reception for us because tonight was supposed to be our reception night, yesterday was supposed to be our wedding, and I just thought it was the sweetest thing. So we're all gonna hang out together on, I think, Google Hangouts and video chat each other and drink and play some games and dance and just chill out and have a good time. And I'm really excited for it because I mean, like, I haven't gone anywhere in like 5 weeks, and this is probably the most exciting thing that's happened to me during this whole time. And I just think it's so sweet that they're going out of their way to plan this and still make this day very special for us. So I have to say I have the best friends in the world, and I think it's only appropriate that we all dress up for this event because we were going to anyways today if all this COVID stuff wasn't happening. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna get ready for my virtual reception. So in this video, I'm gonna get ready with you guys, obviously, and just talk about my feelings about this whole process of, I guess, wedding planning to finding out it's going to be canceled, and then my wedding actually passing, like the actual day passing, and how I felt on that day and all that good stuff, because it has been a roller coaster of emotions and I just need to let my feelings out. I'm going to start off by using the Pure Cosmetics 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. This has been my go-to foundation lately. I absolutely love the coverage on it. And this is in the color TG1 because I am hella pale right now since I have not seen any sun in like months. So yeah, yesterday was supposed to be my wedding day, and honestly, it was a rough day. I'm not gonna lie. It was super rough. I pretty much cried all day. There were so many people that were messaging me just saying like they're thinking about me and that, you know, they feel really bad that I have to go through this, and it was like the sweetest. I cannot thank everyone enough for reaching out to me, and honestly complete strangers too, because I did make a post about it on my Instagram about how yesterday was supposed to be my wedding day, and just so many words of encouragement from so many different people, from friends, from family, from strangers, and it was the sweetest thing. It honestly made my day and made everything a little bit easier to get through. But yeah, I did cry a lot yesterday because I was really sad. It was supposed to be like a happy, momentous occasion for us, and we ended up just sitting at home watching TV and doing nothing, and I don't know, it was just obviously not how we imagined everything to go down. And when we first started to realize that COVID was going to be a problem about a month ago, we were trying to be as positive as we could about it. Like first we were like, okay, maybe we can just have a small wedding and it'll be fine. But then as the time went on, we realized how bad it really was, and we were like, okay, we obviously cannot have our wedding and this definitely needs to be postponed. And even then, I think we were being very positive about it. I had a pretty good outlook on it, and I wasn't super upset. A part of me wasn't really upset because Vikra and I already lived together, so I was like, it's okay, like it's pretty much like we're already married anyways, and you know, it's just gonna be postponed. The wedding is just gonna be postponed, and we'll still have it and it'll still be a great time. Next, I'm gonna use my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer in the color Neutral Buff. So yeah, I had a pretty positive outlook on it. I was kind of bummed that, you know, I had to replan this wedding after I took so much time to plan it. And honestly, I felt fine. I felt fine about our decision. I felt fine about this whole situation. And then the week of my wedding came, and everything just felt so very different. I think it really started to hit me that the wedding wasn't happening, and everything that I had planned for kind of just went down the drain. And to me too, it's kind of like this is a moment that I've been waiting for a very, very long time now. Not just this past year after I got engaged, but since I was like about 17. Next, I'm going to set my face with the NARS Soft Velvet Pressed Powder in Mountain. I can't show you guys what it looks like because it's all broken inside, and I've been like using and abusing this powder, so yeah. But yeah, I've been planning this moment since I was like 17, I would say. Back then, my dad told me that he would help me somewhat pay for university, and then after that, everything is on my own. Like when it comes to my wedding and all my other expenses in life, like I gotta do all that shit by myself. Like he won't be able to help me with that, which is fine. So I had started pretty much planning for my wedding and saving for it since I was 17, just to make sure that I could afford everything. Also, like, graduate university without any debt and stuff like that, because there was still a lot of things for university that I had to pay for. My dad was only helping me, he didn't cover everything. I felt like there was so many hurdles that I had finally overcome, and this day was finally coming, and I was gonna start like a new chapter in my life. There was a lot of things that Vicar and I had gone through early on in our relationship too, where I had to deal with a lot of personal health issues and anxiety and depression and mood swings. And Vicar had some of his own problems too, which I had to help him go through. And it just seemed like when we were in those moments of our life that these things were never ever gonna end. Next, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Lip Plumper in the color Pink Punch and apply that to my lips. And I also remember, like, right before we were going to tell Vikra and my parents that we were dating and that we were serious about each other and stuff, like all the anxiety that came with that, and knowing that it would be a battle to convince our parents about each other because we don't come from the same culture. He's Sri Lankan and I'm Gujarati, so I knew our parents weren't really going to be happy about that. And I remember thinking while we were going through that, like, all I thought about was we're gonna get married one day, and I kept imagining our wedding and that this was just gonna be a little setback and that we're gonna get through this. And that picture of our wedding day and us slow dancing at a reception that happened in my mind was basically what helped me get through it. Like, I was just like, okay, just keep picturing this wedding day, it will come, everyone's going to accept it and it'll all be good. And that kind of got me through those rough times. So this was really supposed to symbolize leaving all of that stuff, all that, I guess, pain and heartbreak that we went through all these years to get to this moment. Like, all of that was supposed to be left behind, and we were supposed to start a new chapter in our lives. And I think that's what was really heartbreaking. Next, I'm going to go in with my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Brunette and just fill in my brows. And so yeah, I think that's what was really heartbreaking for me, was that we worked so hard to get to this point. This is something that I've been waiting for a really long time. And it was supposed to just symbolize a fresh start. Now, I know that marriage isn't all like butterflies and rainbows. I completely understand that this is just the beginning, and marriage is probably one of the hardest things that you're gonna have to go through, and you know, all the pain and heartbreak and suffering doesn't go away after marriage, which I completely understand that. But I think it was more so just like starting a new chapter in our lives and moving forward from what we had in the past, and now being able to grow together and live together peacefully and live our lives the way we really want to. Because I think, especially coming from like a Indian background or a brown South Asian type of background, you feel the pressure from your parents a lot. And I feel like, especially in a brown household, parents don't consider you an adult until you actually get married. And one thing my parents like keep nagging me about is the fact that we aren't married yet and we're living together, and how it doesn't look good. And I think that was supposed to be like gone with this wedding, and our parents were just going to be like happy. I also felt like, you know, for once my parents wouldn't be disappointed in me. I feel like I've disappointed my parents in a lot of ways, in the sense that I didn't do my traditional, like, you know, business job. I didn't get a 9-to-5. I got into makeup instead. I did a lot of like things that my parents didn't really want me to do growing up. I felt like this wedding was gonna be like one of the things that I actually like followed through with and was gonna make them happy about, and it just like didn't happen. And I don't know, it felt like, I know it's not my fault, but it also kind of just seemed disappointing. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Clinique Chubby Stick Cheek Color Balm in the color Roly Poly Rosy. And yeah, just to continue, another thing that really sucked was like Vicar and I had a lot of plans together after this wedding. Like we were so excited to especially travel. There was a lot of things that we had put on hold because of this wedding, since we needed to make sure that we saved for it. Like my parents aren't really helping to pay. Vicar's parents are helping to pay a little bit, but we're paying for majority of the wedding. And so we did put a lot of plans on hold just so that we could make sure that we were financially set and, you know, weren't going into a lot of debt for this wedding or anything like that. My goal was really to come out of this wedding debt free, which we had planned successfully for. And because we had planned successfully for that, one of the things that we had to do was sacrifice being able to buy ourselves nice things, or going on vacations, or like, you know, missing out on experiences that were just a little too expensive for us to afford. We also had to put on hold finishing up things for our house. Like for example, I wanted to build a really nice studio. We wanted to get some new furniture and redo our kitchen and all that stuff, and all that stuff had to be put on hold because of this wedding. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette in Golden Sands for my highlight. All of our plans now are just like put on hold and pushed back, and I think that's what's the most upsetting, is that we still have to wait longer, and it almost felt like we were gonna cross the finish line, but now we still have to go for another lap, and I have no idea when the finish line is going to be, because this whole situation is so very unpredictable and out of our hands. And another thing that hit me yesterday a lot was like, I worked so hard to plan this wedding, and now I kind of have to like rethink it and refigure out when I'm gonna do it next and how that's all gonna work out. Are all my vendors gonna still be there? Do I need to find new vendors? Do I need to find a new venue? Like, are the dates gonna align? Will people from out of town still be able to come? And there's just so many like unknown factors right now, and I think that hit me yesterday too, because I'm like, shit, when this is all over, like, I had worked so hard to make this day happen, and now I'm gonna have to work so hard all over again to make that day happen. And for anyone that hasn't planned a wedding, let me just tell you right now, wedding planning is exhausting, and it is a job of its own. It took up so much of my time that it was taking away from me being able to do things that I wanted to pursue, especially in terms of my career. Financially, this also kind of threw us off and threw us off our game plan. Vicar and I love to travel, and I think that really bummed us out that we can't travel the way we want to anymore, because this wedding still kind of hasn't happened, so we still need to make sure that we're financially okay to pay for the wedding, and also financially okay to keep ourselves going over the next couple of months, because I'm not really sure what my work situation is going to be like, just like a lot of people out there. Next, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier matte bronzing powder in the color Soleil. So yeah, there's a lot of factors that kind of played into why I was feeling sad. I think a lot of people think like, oh, it's okay, your wedding day is still gonna happen and blah, blah, blah. I understand that I will still have my wedding day, and that's not really what I'm worried about. It's more so the fact that I have to wait longer when I've already worked so hard and given up so much to get to this point, and now I don't really know when that day is gonna come. And I think that's what makes it really frustrating too, is that you don't know when that day is gonna come and when all this is gonna end, and how long you're gonna have to wait to get that moment again. And so yeah, I cried a lot yesterday. It really hit me yesterday. It made me feel really sad. I kept thinking about, man, like right now I should be getting ready. Right now I should be going to the hall. Right now I should be walking down the aisle. And all those thoughts really just made me feel like, ugh, like when is this gonna end? Like when is this just gonna stop, and when am I gonna get the wedding of my dreams? I'm gonna use the Colourpop New Mood palette. I'm going to use the color Au Naturel in my crease. But yeah, a part of this experience has been very, I guess, humbling as well. It shows how easily things can change, how how we really need to be grateful and cherish what we have and not take it for granted. A thing that Vikra said to me as well that really stuck with me was the fact that we were so naive to think that something catastrophic or like crazy like this would happen to us during our lifetime. Like he was like, you know, World War happened and we're like, we don't really need to deal with another world war again, or at least Toronto hasn't been hit with any like crazy natural disasters or anything like that. And so I think this experience was very humbling in the sense that, like, you know, shit's not always gonna go your way and you have to be grateful for what you have and appreciate the moments that are good. Next, I'm gonna use the color Mugged Off and apply this in my crease as well. But yeah, I definitely think that it did humble me, and I hope it humbles a lot of people throughout the world, because our world is pretty messed up. Now I'm going to use the color Moody and put this into the outer corners of my eyes and slightly into my crease. It's not always about like, okay, what can you do? What can you provide? Sometimes just like being a good person and being encouraging and supportive and helping other people just feel good is such a great act of kindness that a lot of people don't practice, and it's so easy to do because sometimes we don't have a lot to give. Like, I know I don't always have a lot to give. I don't always, you know, have the money for it or the time for it, but being able to support people in small ways like that really does make a difference. And I think that's kind of what this whole situation is showing, is that you don't need to go out of your way to do big grand gestures. Even like small words of encouragement or, you know, acts of kindness like that where you're lifting someone else up really does help and makes the world of a difference. Next, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Pastel Rose palette, and I'm going to use this like shiny, shimmery pink color here and just apply that all over my lid. I also think it's crazy throughout this whole thing that I was like pretty positive and okay with everything, and then my mood completely changed when my wedding day actually came, or like the week of my wedding actually came. It honestly just hits different, and I still mean all those things that I said before, and I'm still positive about all those things that I said before, but I think for me it was important to let myself grieve and give myself the time to feel not okay. I think that's something that a lot of people don't take the time to do. I think we're always like meant to put on this, I guess, act of always being okay and always being positive, and it doesn't always let us work through our emotions properly, and then it sits inside you and it just like ends up making you feel a lot of resentment. And I don't mean that for everyone. Like, some people are different. Vikra isn't really like that, I find. He likes to just look at things in a positive way, and that's how he kind of gets over things, whereas for me, I'm like, sometimes I just need to cry it out. Sometimes I just need to feel it through and through and just let it out in a way where I feel like I've actually like spilled out my heart and soul. And that's kind of what I did yesterday. I sat in bed, I cried, I let it out the way I needed to let it out, and now today I feel so much better. So if you are going through that, honestly, don't be afraid to let out your emotions and feel sad about it, because it is something you should feel sad about. It is something that you should grieve. It was something that was taken away from you, so it's okay to feel those things. Today's a day that I definitely feel like I need to rock some glitter. I'm using the Glitterly Obsessed glitter from Colourpop, and this is in the color Candy Coated. But yeah, don't be afraid to just let it out and feel your emotions through and through. It's okay to be sad, and if it helps you kind of get over it a little bit better, then so be it. Do so. Don't let anyone take that away from you. And now that I've cried everything out, today is a new day and I feel a lot better. And I am super excited for this e-reception that my friends are throwing for me. They're honestly the cutest, and I can't believe they're doing this. I mean, I can because they're amazing, but I don't know, I think growing up I didn't have a lot of friends who did things like this for me, like that went out of their way to like plan like really cute gestures like this for me. So this feels really good. And this whole situation has also made me realize how amazing my support group is, like how amazing the people that I've surrounded myself with are. And it's so great to have people like that in your life, especially in a time like this where you feel really lost and sad and alone. Okay, I'm gonna quickly throw on some eyeliner and lashes and be right back because I can't really do that while I'm talking. I need some concentration. So be right back. Okay, my lashes and liner are on. This eye is giving me some trouble right now. It is being a little watery, so if you see it mess up, that's probably why. I'm probably gonna have to wait and fix it a little bit later. Now I'm going to do a classic red lip. I feel like you're not an Indian bride without a red lip. So I'm going to be using the Colourpop cream gel liner in Joyride. This is an eyeliner, but I'm gonna use it as a lip liner because I can't find my other darker, like brownish red lip liner. I honestly have no idea where it went. And the Huda Beauty El Cinco de Mayo lipstick. And I can't really talk while doing this, so enjoy watching me put on lip liner. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I'm pretty much all dolled up for my e-reception, but I need to go do my hair and put on my outfit. I'm just wearing an old lehenga that I have that I've worn before because I don't want to give away what my like wedding outfit's gonna look like, because obviously we're still gonna have like a real wedding. So I'm gonna throw on my outfit and do my hair and be right back. Alright guys, so this is my final look. I meshed together this outfit. This blouse is actually from my engagement outfit, and so is all this jewelry. The dupatta and the lehenga bottom are actually from another outfit. They don't really match, but it's all I have for now. I didn't have the lehenga top that went with this outfit because it's actually at my parents' house. So unfortunately, I had to work with what I had, but I still think it came out pretty okay. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for getting ready with me for my quarantine wedding. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And for those of you going through a similar situation, I hope this just put a smile on your face and made you feel a little less alone in the situation. If you did like this video, please do not forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for all the constant love and support you guys show me. I am gonna go have a really fun e-reception now, so I will see you guys later. Bye!